Good morning. Good morning. Are we alive? I'm barely alive. It's 6:46 a.m. Good night. No. Wrong time zone, my friend. Don't spam ELX. If I see that again, I will already be timing you out. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. You don't want me to do it. Do you want me to do it? Don't do it again. Anyway, of course, as you can probably gather from the stream title, today the goal is to grind in the dungeon once again. We'll also be seeing if we get any skunk RNG luck as well. We'll see what happens. Hello, Marcadet. It's 11:16 for you, understandable. Good morning. Because basically, we've only got, 1 day left in this dungeon. And we've only really got 1 day left in Dragonboard. Which means that we'll have to see where RNG takes us. Hope me good luck. Should we go for our Skunk Unlock quick? Let's use like 1,000 currency. We are going to have a new reset in about 13 minutes. But let's quickly go for our Skunk Unlock. And if we don't get it, then we'll just go straight into the dungeon. Your code on Android is D199AO. I hope someone adds you. There we go. Double Trouble. Double Trouble meter is full. Win the story battle to earn more ancient tickets. So there is chapter 21. And here is Mr. Skunk. And here we are. Elements required, plant, void, legendary, and ancient. I've got those. The dust storm is raging. Pulverize refused to listen to me or anyone else. I suppose only I and Roger, the divine ancient earth dragon, can stop it. I made the earth rich in nutrients and metals for the benefit of all life, but I can't help but wonder. Is it only natural for dragons to be masters of the earth? I've always done what I thought was right, but it ends in strife. There's still hope in Roger. My friends and I have seen the future, and we promise it'll turn out okay, as long as humans and dragons live together. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's that defeatist attitude, coming from an ancient divine no less. Come on then, Roger, show us your strength. Very well, show me your strength, and prove to me that you truly believe what you say, that we can find peace together. World peace, dude. Skunky Wonky free to play? I probably didn't actually need the shrine this event just to get Pulverize and Skunk. Question is, would I have been able to get fundiju? The answer is no. Without the shrine, no, definitely not. But either way, there's chapter number 21 complete without having to gem at all. Fantastic. There's ×1 Skunk Dragon. So you finish the ancient event story and earn this dragon, Skunk. Nice, so let's claim that bad boy. And this now means that the only thing left to do in Dragonboard is just milestone rewards, which we should just about be able to hit 269,000. So that's going to be 30 more pieces of fundiju, which we'll get. So I need to factor that into our total fundiju pieces. But anyway, there's the Origin of Earth badge as well. That's cool, isn't it? Congratulations for Slinky. Thank you. So let us go ahead and pop that bad boy's egg into our hatchery. So in 23 hours, just under, we will be unlocking Quaver. So there is our second ancient from this event. So I guess without further ado, let's collect all of our ruin stuff, and then we are gonna hop straight into this horrible dungeon grinding once again. So that should keep us entertained for a good at least a couple of hours. I at least want to do some grinding, get the event currency, well, the stepping stones, get a load of those, open some chests. How many badges do I have? I have no idea. Legendary Ancients are not going to be good. Yeah, compared to pretty much any other option, Legendary Ancient Divines aren't actually going to be that good. Legendary is not a very useful element. Sorry, legendary lovers. It's just the truth. I'm just speaking facts. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. I'm so not. Please count and tell you why. It's literally pointless. It literally does not matter. Why do you need to know something that literally does not matter? You see, the thing is, if there was like a big book, say, full of our badges or something where we could showcase all of them, then it would matter. I would care then. But since we can only display one badge, it's like, well, no one's going to see them anyway, so what does it matter? It literally means nothing. Like, you could have every badge in the game, and it literally wouldn't mean anything. It probably wouldn't anyway, because, you know, pay to win, but anyway. There should be an auto dungeon run button. Man, don't even say it. It would be so nice. Please game loft times 500. Look, I don't actually expect that to happen. I was just like, what can I put in the corner? Ah, yes, let's beg. Stop. Look, you were posting your white and black squares last time. You keep doing it. I'm actually going to ban you. Don't do it. They didn't even give you Pulverize? Well, I had to get Pulverize through the guaranteed chest. So saying, you didn't even give me Pulverize, game. It's like, well, it didn't actually give me Pulverize either. I had to grind for the 220 chest to get it. But anyway, if I was not playing DML right now, I'd be playing Monster Hunter. Because I think the game's been out like 2 days total now, and I think I've played 25 hours. It's been a long journey. Imagine coming back to dungeon grinding after hunting for monsters. Yeah, it came out on Friday, and it's now Sunday. So it's just been out 48 hours now. Just over. But I didn't realize it was out until like 10 AM, I think it was, on Friday. So factor that time in. Man, my eyes hurt. Not gonna lie. Hello, Raj. Is Crystal a good legendary? No. It has some use because it does have AoE, but it's a legendary, so no. I don't suggest you use it. Your rating thumbnail, 10 out of 10. That's fantastic. I'm glad you like it, friend. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, don't you... Genuinely, these days, I don't suggest people use legendaries. I know it would have been an act of heresy to say that, like, 5-6 years ago. But we're in 2021 now, guys. It's not 2015. It's not 2016. It's 2021 now. So you gotta learn to adapt and grow with the game. If you don't, you're gonna have a bad team. You know, and that's not me being mean. That's just me being honest. What's AoE? Area of effect. So that means rather than just hitting one target, it hits more than one target. Exactly how many, that depends on the actual attack / ability. So AoE can just mean 2, it can mean multiple people, but it hits like an area. So it can do mass damage. You like how this game is basic but fun? You find DML fun? I wish I was you. Fire, energy, and light element. In terms of DML, yes. But you gotta remember that AoE is not a DML exclusive term. It's taken from other games. So it's like, you might as well use your newfound knowledge to help you understand more games, right? We all know that because it's game loft, an auto dungeon run ticket would be trash and would get like half of what you could get by doing it yourself. True. But I know I'm going to use Monster Hunter as an example here. Monster Hunter, it allows you to auto-finish battles if you are way above the enemy's level and they basically couldn't touch you. It just lets you auto-finish the fight. It still gives you XP, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't let you unlock or get the eggs for that dragon, but, well, Monsty. But it does just let you grind XP if you need it. Like, why is there nothing like that in DML? And I'm not just saying that because I played Monster Hunter. There are lots of other games, even Gameloft's other games, where they did actually let you do auto runs. So I'm curious why they don't let you do that more in DML. Fundildo happen already. If you beg really hard, I've heard that you will not be heard and you won't get anything anyway. Remember you? I remember. Can I give you an ancient? Even if I could, bro, or if I could get an ancient to give you, there's no gifting system in games, so good luck with that. I don't know who you're gonna ask. Like, what? You're gonna ask Gameloft? Let me know how that goes. Did Silver unlock any ancient? Oh yeah, Silver's getting him Roger. Is Siren a good legendary? Oh yikes. Oh yikes. No. So Siren, even by legendary standards, was pretty like, ugh. If you got banned from the Discord server, you did something to deserve it. We don't ban people for no reason on there. You did something to deserve being banned, so that's all I'm going to say about that. People would abuse it. Would they though? Would they though if there was some sort of auto finish option? You could put a limit on it, but just being able to say, do at least a few runs auto in the dungeon or on the map when you are just so much of a higher level, it would make things feel so much nicer. I know the reason they don't want to do it is because of moolah. The ka-ching money. But that's the excuse for everything in this game. Why is this mechanic sucky? Money. Why does it... So, maybe they should have taken a different approach. IMO. Did I get Druid? Yes, I already had Druid, but I did take a duplicate. Do the developers of DML get their own exclusive dragon? No. They usually use I imagine they might use, like, dragons as their profile pictures or whatever. But outside of that, no, I don't believe. You need 50 times for Pulverize, which wish you luck. I do wish you the best of luck. Anyone that's still going for any of the dragons, I hope that you are given lots of luck, happiness, enjoyment. You know, all the good spicy things that you need. You said your current dungeon team is suboptimal. What would be your dream team? Oh, I saw you ask that before. The same as it should be for everyone. It's basically going to consist of 3 Divine Ancients, the Exception Dragons, 1 AoE minimum, then probably an Earth and Water Dragon. That would technically be the ideal. You can't really beat that purely because of how ridiculous their stats are. Or maybe you take out one of the Divine Ancients and just add 2 elements that you want on the other dragon. Probably be an Ancient, the 3rd one. If I get Roger, will I use it? Well, I can't use it anytime soon. Do everything you can this week. Do not bank on catch-up dungeon. Yeah, do not bank on the catch-up dungeon to get you what you want. If you do, you are going to be left feeling really Pooper Peeve Steved. Because catch-up dungeon is so RNG. Any RNG that's already happened in this event, multiply it basically. And that is catch-up dungeon. So if you don't get the stuff this week, you are not going to be happy with yourself. Seriously, just go and get it done now. Like I'm doing. Like, I'd probably rather be playing something else right now, but I don't really have any choice. If I want to go for an actual final, go at fundiju, we need to go now. Have I got Reptilian? Yes, yes. How long have I been playing DML? I've been playing DML since January 2015, which means I've been playing for 6.5 years, just over. 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 You're going to prepare your Pulverize to join your team. If you don't have any other Ancients, Pulverize can be that sit-in option. Obviously, Pulverize is not the super ideal option, but if you don't have an Ancient, it's better to have an Ancient rather than no Ancient, and Pulverize's Wind will still come in handy sometimes, so it's not an awful dragon to use. It's just, later on you might want to consider, you know, changing things around, trying things, you know, all of that. What's my real name? Emily. How many Ancients do I have? Not many. Not many. Oh, we got dazzled again, did we? The doopy dappy dazzling fun times, I see. Doopy dazzle fun times. You don't have an Ancient, you suck at DML? Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. Alright, perform 10 normal attacks. I like that. I like that quest. I like it. More of that energy, please, DML. Your team is almost the same. Oh yeah, Silver's team is almost the exact same as mine. It just, the way that it ended up happening is we were like building our teams, I guess. It's just things like that in DML happen sometimes. Is Fundiju a good dragon to be on main team? Fundiju is another example of, he's not the super trooper ideal option, but he definitely will do what you want for now. I'm going to take the risk. It paid off. The risk paid off. What do you recommend a level 52 to be doing in DML? Progressing on the map as quickly as possible, mainly. Obviously, you should probably have been doing the events. And Actor, thanks for your subber. Essentially, yeah, if you're not actually doing the Ancient event now or anything else, you should be progressing on the map, really, because the further on the map you are, and the more blue map fights that you can do, the more gold you're gonna earn, the more resources in general you're gonna have, XP, all of that sort of thing. So you need to be progressing on the map. You should probably also be doing dungeon as much as you can with whatever team you have. If you can't do super well in dungeon because you say got an uneven team, that's okay. Just make sure that you make it even before next event. Is Enroger good for a dungeon team? Yes. It's an exception dragon, so of course it's good. How to get at least one Ancient, any tips? Play during the Ancient events. Like I said earlier, I'm pretty sure I would have been able to get Pulverize and Tezaquaver free to play. Or maybe Tezaquaver would have been close, but not quite there. But it would have been really close. And players of any level really could have done the same thing. It's just about logging in, doing the resets, having no life, wasting your time basically. That's how you become successful in DML, by wasting your time. Turtle Island is quite spacious. Is it? It's a really weird shape, which makes putting habitats on there really annoying. That I'm not a fan of. Definitely not a fan of that. But I'm not really going to worry about KO counts or anything too much. Generally, we get most of our... Well, we get a lot of dungeon points, stepping stones, at the beginning of the run, because usually Apollo will get around about 800 to around about 1,000 points, depending on the quests that come up. And after that, it becomes a really long slog, and it depends on how much we're willing to grind out the rest of the stuff. What good a Stardust Dragon team, or on a team? Stardust is fine for an early to mid-game team, just before you do replace everything with, you know, Divines and Ancients. But I wouldn't use it past that, unless you're using a hybrid of like a Divine, an Ancient, and that as an AoE, say you only got one of each, Ancient and Divine. The Volcano Island is no good. What? What What's wrong with Volcano Island? Why are you hating on the volcano, huh? Is rebirth useful? No, generally, but you can find a use for it when you are... If you've got, say, 1 or 2 main dragons on your team. Well, let's say we've got 2 main dragons and we didn't level a 3rd because we didn't want to waste the food. Then what you can do on the 3rd dragon is you can pop your rebirth onto your 3rd dragon and just use the 3rd dragon as basically like a sock dragon that you just want to take all the damage, and that will take the pressure off of your other 2 dragons. Hello, Kataki. What sigil should you use for Pulverize? That depends on your team. That would depend on your team. Now, since he's got Earth, a lot of people will probably end up opting for Wonder Acceptance. Question is, would it be better to swap to Witchcraft later on? Possibly, but I'd probably only recommend swapping to Witchcraft at, say, Epic and above rarity. Below that, it's definitely probably going to be better Wonder Acceptance, but again, that does assume you have a Blesser, which a lot of people should have if they've got Pulverize, because we just had Divine Fest. So assuming you didn't just start playing the game, you really should have at least 1 Divine. And no matter how bad the Divine is, having a Divine and an Ancient is going to be infinitely better than not having those things. Hello, John Carl. Turtle Island Gold Vault or Dragon Vault? Don't worry about Dragon Vault. Dragon Vault is basically just Dragon Purgatory. I would only buy the Gold Vault if you are really... Oh god, is he gonna kill us? I would only go for the Gold Vault if you're in a position like me where you just have so much in terms of habitats. What do we want to do here? Don't fire on Erlang. There we go, fantastic. But... yeah, I'm at the point where I just don't have enough legendary habitats and divine space, really, because they only have space for 2 dragons, because I'm not going to upgrade them. So, in that case, using the Dragon Vault becomes an actual okay option. Do I have a clan on Android? I did, but I don't log into Android, so I don't recommend joining a clan that I'm not actually in. If you wanted me to be in it, I'm not in it. Because I did do some of that, DML Rebirth stuff, and obviously that was on Android, but honestly, after that, I did not touch the account. I'm sorry to anyone still in that clan. Sell the legendary. What legendary are we selling today? You don't even go to sleep? That's not good. You see, in this event, I have actually started missing resets every now and then, say once a day during nighttime, because it's like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna log in, especially after I've got Pulverize during the night. Because it used to be a case of I'd just stay up a little bit longer or wake up a little bit earlier to get everything. Even then, I would say it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Elephant Prairie, Ancient or Lynx, can I rate it? A solid, like, 2 out of 10 overall. But, for an early game team, if you've only really got, like, Fire level 6 unlocked, it's not too bad. But as an overall team, it has barely any elements, it's not really going to do too much. It will just be a map grind team for the short term. For events, does Gold Vault count as one thing, or does it count as many habitats as you have? What? Gold Vault? I'm not sure what you're asking. I'm trying to understand what you mean by how you've said it. I'm not getting what you mean. Gold Vault just collects gold. It doesn't do anything special. Or the gold... yeah, the actual Gold Vault just collects the gold on your island. I'm confused. Dachi, how am I? I am dead inside. My eyes hurt, and this dungeon grinding takes far too long. That's how I am. Really, you just want to... You can have any habitats these days because you can upgrade them past level 6 and find use out of them. It's like, you can use fire habitats if you just upgrade them a lot. You can use energy habitats. It used to be, obviously, everyone would pick void because they had the highest capacity, etc. But these days you don't really have to worry about that as much. Divine or Ancient, they are only for those dragons. What? What's your dragon collector points? I don't remember actually, I'll check in a second. Not crazy high. I think you should go for the Turtle Island because you don't have any more habitat space. If you don't have the habitat space and you got the gold, do it. Do it. 10 are legendary. I mean, for a short time when you first get legendary habitats, you can use them because, again, they will store a lot of gold. But when you start upgrading habitats further, you really, really should swap to the ones that have more space, because otherwise you will run out. What's the use of witchcraft? It boosts negative effects. So, you know, wind, it'll boost that. Shadow, it'll boost that. Plant, it's basically the damage over time, and the prolonged effect of wind is what it will... is what it will boost. Roughly. What team do I think you have to use? You're level 28. Again, that's going to come down to what you want to do. You can either pick a super map grind heavy team, which is probably what I would recommend for you. But that can screw you over during events. So, what you want to do is have a grind heavy team just with lots of, say, Purity, Daredevil, or Cruelty in the short term, that sort of thing. And then, when you've done that, just go through the map, and just before a major event happens, what you want to do is you want to even out your team as much as you can. Because you'll be getting lots of extra resources and whatever, but then you need to make sure that your team is even. Love from Indonesia, thanks. I'm gonna need it, I think. Well, I think this run's about to end, thank goodness. It was getting a little bit of a slog to get any points. I was kind of hoping I would die. 3 weak attacks, we can probably get these out as well as these new dragons are spawning in. Or maybe not. Oh no, we should be able to because of Shelly here. Just going for this extra weak attack quest, and then we can start off next round with all the new quests available. There we go. Got what I wanted. I got what I wanted. Fantastic. Alright, so that is run number 1. Let's go. We're just over 3,000 now, which is great. Great, great, great. Again, KO count isn't really important anymore because we're already at the max KO count for the bonuses, so KO count does not matter. It's mainly about quests and tasks. Face cam, no. No. Is a Gave a good dragon? Early game, a Gave isn't too bad, actually. What is the best way to level up? Map progress. Map progress, using the level up. So, when you level up, you got to remember that, you do get energy, your energy refills when you level up. So the idea is, just before you're about to level up, you want to use all of your energy, use all of your arena energy. And then you want to hit the level up, and then go and do more fights. That way you can stack a lot of the Enchanted Arena gems as well. So I highly recommend doing that. You're just new? New to what? Do I have Gem Island? No. You love my cute face? That's kind of weird, bro. Gift you an ancient dragon? Okay, again, like I said earlier, good luck with that, considering there's no option to do that in game. I don't know how you want me to do that, but good luck. Best dragon level for dungeon. Your dragon level doesn't actually matter. What matters is that your team is an even level between all three of your highest. At least. You can have more dragons at the same level, but leveling up loads of dragons at the same level will be near impossible later on. So, again, the dungeon is based off of your dragon's levels. It changes based on your team. We need face cam? No, you don't. No, you don't. Again, I woke up at like 6. As soon as I was basically ready, I got up and streamed. You don't need to see me. Again, if you spam again, I'm just going to time you out. I don't care. I don't know why people feel a need to spam in the chat. It's like some degenerate behavior, and I will not be fearful to ban you or time you out for doing so. In the face cam chat, try a different day. Try a different day where I haven't been playing for like, where I haven't been basically grinding and live streaming just constantly near enough. Not constant, not like a 24-hour stream sort of thing, but it's been a long journey. How good is Changi, Pangu, and the Fool? I have to say that's a bad team. You've got two of the weakest divines out there in terms of Changi has such low HP. And Pangu is just not a very good option. And then the Fool is a legendary. So you don't have an ancient in there, so you're not going to get the ancient boost. There's a lot of things wrong. How is Gandhi? They are woke this morning. They are woke and ready to go. Very, very woke this morning. So I assume okay, although he was screaming earlier. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe he dropped his toy, would be my guess. Please give new starter DML breeding. Just go for like a Dragon of the Month, honestly. Go crazy, go wild. Go for a Dragon of the Month if you're a brand new player and see what you get, because you'll get lots of epics and rares and other stuff through going for Dragon of the Month breeding. So just do that, honestly. What legendaries should you be breeding first? Dragon of the Month, I would say, usually. Because they're the limited time ones. You can breed the others later. You don't need like Crystal and everything straight away. You don't need Siren and Pixie straight away. You can go for them again if you just want to YOLO the breeding. But I feel like it's actually a better idea to just go for YOLO breeds early on. And see what sort of stuff you get rather than just solely focusing on specific dragons. But first of all, you might want to go for just 1 or 2 epics so that you can have them on your team. So just go with a general combo, like one that could give you a harpy, orange, those sorts of dragons. Can you have a hello? You can. Hello. Hello. How to breed Dark Machine. All of the base breedable legendaries, I did a guide on how to breed them years ago. It's still up. You can still find it. So, go watch that. You're tired, Annabelle? That makes 2 of us. Well, I'm not tired. I'm drained. My back hurts. Sitting down hurts. You can't kill me, can you, Blazebird? No. Thank goodness. Stardust is pretty good for an epic. It is. Again, that's what I mean. It's like, yes, you can use it in the early to mid game, but you will be wanting to replace it, because no matter how good Stardust might be in general, it's nothing compared to Divine Bless and Ancient Boost. Using it with Divine Bless and Ancient Boost gives it a little bit more, I guess, can definitely give it a nice boost. But you'd be better off just with Ancients and Divines. Can you get a yeet? No. It's almost 1:30 AM. Oh gosh, good night, good luck. Yeah, yesterday, technically the day before, it was a case of I accidentally fell asleep. I believe it was just gone 8 PM because I got food ready, cooked food, got in bed to watch Godzilla Singular Point, fell asleep, woke up at like midnight, and then I did not sleep until midnight the following day, and I spent the rest of the day just playing Monster Hunter. With the occasional login to DML, etc. Hello, Wise. I think I took like 2 toilet breaks. It's, I think my body hates me right now. I've been trying to like move my legs around and everything, because I do get pains in my legs. I always make sure that like when I'm sitting here right now, I'm like moving my legs around, which is also a reason you don't need face cam. You don't need to see me doing my like, degenerate leg movements. That sounds weird. How to get divine dragons for free? Through breeding? You can't through breeding. You could get them for free, but you won't get them through breeding, my friend. Well, you could have in, what was the year, 2016? There was the Pangu breeding. Aphrodite's also been available through breeding before, but they don't do that anymore. That's just DML. DML has changed from giving free divines through calendar events, through breeding. We used to get so many divines per event, but now they don't. Blame DML for that. Cucking the players. 2017, it might be 2017, I don't remember. Sometime, anyway. Why it's so long battle? Because I'm that much of an epic gamer. I say that I accidentally did not shield there. Oopsie. Just as I'm like, oh yeah, I'm such an epic gamer, I like make a mistake. Do I think a new element will come? I think there's the chance. Will it actually happen? I think a lot of people are hoping not. So every time they add a new element, all it does is destroy the meta. It's just an excuse for more pay to win to be added. So a lot of people actually do not want to see a new element. I know it's a different perspective from new players or those going through the map, because it feels like lots of new stuff keeps unlocking and lots of new stuff keeps happening, but the longer I've played, the longer I've found that my expectations keep getting more and more destroyed. Freck you. Okay, freck me. Not freck you. You miss having calendar events? Calendar events were good. Calendar events were just, you know, we want to reward you for logging in. So here's a limited time reward for logging in and being dedicated to the game. We know you might be busy, but you know, we appreciate you being here. But it feels like they don't actually appreciate the players being here anymore. I think that's what it comes down to. It just feels like they do not actually care whether we're here or not. So it's like, okay, if DML shut down tomorrow, I wouldn't actually care. That's the point that I'm at. I actually do not care. Imagine adding new elements when they didn't even achieve a stable meta with the current elements. I know, right? You're asking for new elements, basically, or hoping for new elements when the current game literally relies on divines and ancients. It's like, what, you want the meta to rely on divines and ancients and element Z? I don't think you've actually fixed the problem. You know? I think all that you're doing is adding more problems. I'm not reading your chat. Yes, I am. I literally just did. Maybe try opening your ears and opening your mind and praying to Lord Ceremony. Praise be. You want to friend me? You need to be on the same platform and server as me to add me as a friend. Join my clan. So if you're not on Windows EUR and you don't use the code add2, you cannot add me. Okay? You got all the 500 times in a day? What? What do you mean? What? I've never gotten a times 500 / full drop for an ancient divine. And it will stay that way from the looks of it. Even though the thumbnail may look like I'm hoping for that to happen, I actually kind of don't. I said I'd sell whichever one I got through it. I asked you if there was rule like we can gift dragons, you would really gift me ancient. Yeah, if there was actually the ability to gift things, I would gift things away all day. I have no use for my ancients and my divines. I'd give stuff away, I don't care. But there's literally no way for us to do that in-game. So, I get why, because I can see the black market trading that would come up. But I think it's just another decision that's cucked to them in terms of player base, and it just makes the game a lot less interesting. It's like how Shadow and Plant was so OP like a year ago, then Sigil happened. Shadow and Plant used to be the thing. That was the thing everyone used. It was the cool kids were using it, every kid would use it, I would use it, Andy was OP. Everyone wanted to have a slice of Shadow and Plant. Andy was the biggest guy on the block. And what happened? Sigils came in, and Plant and Shadow are now arguably some of the worst elements, because the only way that you find use out of them is if you use witchcraft. If you're using witchcraft, you're not going to be able to use Wonder Acceptance. So, the thing is, you can use Acceptance, Witchcraft, things like that. But then at the same time, you're not going to get the value out of, say, a Divine or an Ancient, depending on that setup, usually. Like, I use Witchcraft on Ikez because it actually works with Leech. But outside of that, Witchcraft doesn't really do what it needs to with, say, Legendaries and things like that. I'm in the hospital. I was not going to ask why anyway, but good luck with whatever's happening. Huh? Why did you just say, huh? Are you okay, bro? Who are you even saying that to so much? Who is okay? Oh, honey. Yeah, don't ask that either. That's a risky thing to ask. I was gonna say, are we gonna die here? The quests we were getting were AIDS, so I'm kind of looking forward to death again. Death, death, death. Bring me death, please. Ooh, bring me death. Death, death, death. Bring me death. Lord be with you. Don't call you honey. You are called enforced honey. Calling you honey is because it's easier to call you honey than not call you honey. That's sort of your own fault. Ah! I accidentally set it to 1x speed. Ah! 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 I feel sick. Yeah, DOT isn't boosted by Bless. That's the main thing. You got 500 in one day. Again, I don't assume you got that for every single times 500 that you could get, but you know, I'm glad if you got at least one. I'm happy for you. The self-appointed mod has arrived. Fantastic. Thank you for doing ceremonies work. Fantastic. This will be a good quest to finish as soon as we... Go on, let's kill ourselves. Yeah, EKs, kill yourself. Fantastic. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. More dungeon death. Let's go, let's go. Oh, kill me, please. You just got reptilian? I didn't see what that was. As in from deeper, not reptilian. I've got reptilian. But yeah, I don't know. It's like with lots of things in DML. Sometimes people act like I play this game and I have no other options. It's like, bro, if I quit DML today, I literally don't think I would feel any sort of sadness. Like, people say the same thing, like, when I had to leave other places and things IRL. They were like, oh my god, you're gonna be so sad. You'll be crying when you have to leave us. I'm like, no, I actually feel fantastic. What? I think people like to, They like to project a lot. Put it that way. People act like DML is the be-all and end-all for themselves or other people. It's like, I literally couldn't care less. Why am I singing about death? Because when I play Dungeon, there is nothing I want more than the sweet embrace of death to hit my body. Virtually, not IRL. What happened with Enchantment Arena? I haven't actually done my fights today. I didn't actually do many yesterday. Honestly, I'm losing interest. It's very boring. It's more interesting than Dungeon, but at least Dungeon gives me lots of cool stuff, whereas Enchanted Arena, I hate the fact that it's still broken and has been since day one of release. It's okay for me because my dragons are able to beat max level dragons, but for everyone else, it is just a mess. And they're still not fixing it. And honestly, it's another thing about DML. Like, this is a problem. It's obvious this is a problem. Most of your players can't play that game mode properly, and you just won't fix it. Oh, we don't want to make any sudden changes. Okay, you could just revert to the old system for the short term. Because so many people are just not getting enchantment materials in that right now. And you do this in the update where you just added 12 enchantment levels? Bro, it's a joke. As a student, you can't even spend $5. Understandable. You should not waste gems on Dungeon. You sound like someone that doesn't understand why, for me, that's a viable option. You know, if I'm getting over 2,000 stepping stones a run on average, which I'm pretty sure I am now, it's actually... There is no better exchange for gems in the game, apart from outright, you know, like buying a hatchery or whatever. There is no better exchange of gems in terms of ticket value than doing the dungeon. That sounds like someone that doesn't understand how the dungeon works. Unless you're replying to someone in chat, in which case I'm sorry. You don't know why, but Ceremony and Apollo sucks. Sound like someone that hasn't actually formulated an opinion before they think about it. And you're just reacting. That's what it sounds like. If Gandhi was a dragon, what would his elements be? I guess just wind. You should do perfect shot. Why? It literally doesn't make any difference. Dragon Fury is a waste of time. When you get to the stage where you're buffed and ancient buffed, Dragon Fury does not help. It is useless to me. So why would I do perfect hits? What happened with chest reward for Enchantment Arena? They're exactly the same. Absolutely nothing has changed. If you want to know what they've done in Enchantment Arena, the answer is absolutely nothing so far. I'm sure that they're working on things internally and they're having discussions, but it doesn't change the fact that they've done absolutely nothing in the meantime. Which means that people that are either new players or whatever's happening, they're just not getting what they need. Dragon Fury takes the fun out of battling. Does it? Ow. Dragon Fury helps you. Doesn't really help me, therefore I'm not using it. Why doesn't the dungeon have a new weekly dragon to buy with tokens? Because they like to bring back old dragons sometimes, because if you miss dragons from old events, surely you want to give people a chance to get them again at a later stage. I don't mind that a lot of the dungeon dragons are repeat dragons. You know, we get a lot of repeat dragons in the game. Like, we've got lots of Dragon of the Weeks that tend to return, because at least then you can have somewhat of an expectation for, you know, when you might be able to get that dragon again. I think there should be more repeating dragons on a more frequent basis that don't require you to, like, log in 17 times a day. DML is a big mess of a game. Agreed. It's fun to be on battle and be on edge of losing than winning. Is it? I'd rather just win, bro. What do you recommend to use in Pulverize Dragon if you don't have enough Acceptance and Wonder Sigils? It's not really any good options. You really should put them on him. You really should. So in the meantime, you can use any sort of damage sigils if you want to, but you really should. You can use witchcraft in the meantime if you're using the bless all the time, just for the boost. But you really should make time for Wonder Acceptance on Pulverize, especially if you have a Divine. Why am I streaming so early? Because if I don't stream now, one, I'm not going to be able to play as much Monster Hunter, and two, this is the final day that I can actually grind the dungeon. So I'm really closing in on the max limit for when I can actually grind dungeon. That's why. If I don't do it now, it's not going to happen. So at least I'm going to grind a bit. Then I could do some stuff in the day, you know, act like a normal human being for a little while, and then I'll probably come back and do more grinding later. Don't take out Piggy, thank you, thank you. Can we... Oh, damn it, I still can't take out all three of these balls. Damn it, could that have not hit all three? You couldn't have been nice to me, could you, game? Bloody... Defeat 3 dragons with 1 blow is the bane of my existence in this dungeon. Answer you? Can you recommend me sigils for Stardust? You're level 55, you have 13 collector points, you have Uncommon, Daredevil, and Acceptance. Why do you have Daredevil and Acceptance? Is it because you have a Divine? You see, it's going to depend on your team. If you've got a Divine, then give it... I don't like Daredevil Acceptance as a combo. I would give it the potentially Havoc if you just want the AoE damage, but Purity will probably help you out a lot more in the short term. But throw Acceptance on it if you've got Divine. If you don't have a Divine, you don't need Acceptance. So don't use Acceptance if you don't have a Divine to use it. Candy isn't good. Yeah, Candy's not very good. Your voice sounds like a bisexual. You know that literally doesn't make sense as a sentence? That literally does not make sense as a sentence. So maybe, you know, go back a notch. Really think about what you're saying and try and formulate your sentence so that you don't sound like a degenerate. Sound good? How long do I play DML? I've been playing since January 2015. Your AR-42 in Genshin? Sweet. It looks like someone's been grinding. Someone's been grinding. Your team is Hammerhead, Stardust, Lynx. Is it good? At my level? Hammerhead, Stardust, Lynx. I don't think that's too bad. It should be able to at least grind some dungeon out for you as well in the meantime. So I actually don't mind that team that much. For an early going into mid-game, it's okay, actually. When will I play Roblox? Hopefully never. Genuinely, hopefully never. Your mum's old house lies on 2 districts, but it isn't that big of a house. Weird fact. Weird fact of the day number 1. Is boiling in a cave and fireball good in the 60s? What? I hope you're joking. I sincerely hope you're joking. I'm gonna assume that's troll. So otherwise I might cry a little bit. Tips for a level 78 player? Why does you being level 78 mean anything? Your player level means very, very little in DML. What actually matters is the level of your dragons and the dragons that you have available. Your player level means diddly squat to me. And to everyone else. It doesn't mean anything. AR-46? I'm AR-50 now. I'm AR-50 Genshin. Will I level up Homala or Yolhan? Why would I do that? Weird fact, your right hand has never touched your right elbow. How do you know? You don't know if I'm one of those super bendy people. What if I broke my arm? What if it broke in such a way that it could? See? Don't say never. Never say never. Ara Pro Racer, hi. Sea Turtle Friar? Friar? Friar isn't a dragon. Like a deep fat friar? No, no. No, that's not a dragon. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of digging a deep fat friar dragon. I think that would be an interesting design. Gameloft, please, if you're listening. Deep fat friar dragon, I could so see it. As a student, no matter how hard you try, you've never been able to get divine or ancient. Lots of people are students, and some of them can find the time in their schedules to make it happen. Others can't. Others aren't allowed to touch their devices past a certain time because their parents, you know, the kids, it's actually really not a game for them. I know it may seem like a kid's game with the dragons and their graphics and everything like that, but it's really not a game that works for children. And plus it's full of loot boxes, so I really highly recommend children to stay away from this game. There's someone that I recommend to not play DML, it would be kids. Fun fact, I farted today. Oh, that's nice. That's nice, Lewis. It's good to have a hobby. Your team is Pangu, Homala, and Ra. I hope that you can replace Pangu eventually with a better option. I know a lot of people ended up stuck with Pangu because they didn't have another divine. Which is... It happens. Sometimes you get stuck with a bad team because the game just works out like that. But it's one of those things where you can plan to improve it over time and get a better team eventually, and I highly recommend people do that. What's the difference between Wonder and Acceptance? Well, you can check the actual sigil itself. Acceptance positive effects on this dragon are 420% stronger, so that's a positive effect on the dragon. Whereas Wonder, it's all positive effects that are cast by the dragon. So, for Wonder, you'd have to actually be the one to use the ability that boosts or heals or whatever to get the, yeah, essentially you're the caster. That's why Wonder works on casters. Acceptance, you don't need to be the caster, you just have to be a target. Obviously, if we put both of them together, that's when we get the full value, because then it basically, they scale with each other in that sense. Imagine a game rated 3+ that isn't really a game for people below 16 or 18. Yeah, basically that's DML. A kids game that's not suitable for kids. That's why you see so many older people playing it, because what ends up happening a lot of the time, you'll actually find that a lot of DML players actually end up being quite old. And that's because, say, a parent will get their kids involved in the game. They'll be like, oh, look at this cute kids game, hee hee. And then the parents actually get addicted to it. Housewives especially. Same thing with Candy Crush that happened. A lot of them, thinking that it was a kid's game, will download it on their devices. They'll, you know, get it from the App Store. And then it turns out the parents actually get addicted. I think that's something that developers actually use to their advantage, because they think, well, we know that the parents are going to get involved, so how can we get them hooked? Especially since parents are going to have money when most kids don't, so it's actually a good financial decision to try and focus on getting the parents into the game while not actually focusing on them, technically. That's how they get people. Candy Crush stinks. I mean, it's a good time-wasting game. And a lot of people that play mobile games are after time waste rather than, like, a competitive game or a different game. People play other games a lot of the time so that they can actually improve skills. Say they can, you know, get, COD fans are obsessed with kill streaks and whatever. There isn't really a lot of that in DML. There isn't really that in DML. So lots of people play DML and other games like this because they want to waste time. I didn't play DML because I wanted to waste time. I had no idea what the game was like. It just looked like Dragon Veil. And I was like, it looks like a game I've played before. Let's try it. Ah! Cloud Leo, why? I'm gonna remove your comment. Don't tell people how old you are. Cloud, don't post your age online. That's so dumb. Don't do that. Why do people do that? On Guard or Final Vengeance, the recommended, don't kill me, thank you. The recommended metal depends on whether you're using it in the map or, say, dungeon. I mean, you can use both, depending on the situation. But, like, in my instance, I am using On Guard, because the other one, you only actually get value out of it if death is involved. And you often do not want death to be involved. That was lucky. What about PUBG or Valorant or Fortnite? Yeah, in those games, you know, people can actually build skills in terms of, like, gaming skills. They can actually focus on completing tasks and improvement. In this game, there's nothing to really improve. This game is just a massive RNG loot box fest, which is basically what I'm involving myself in right now. But the thing is, even though I may be involving myself in the loot box bit right now, I'm not actually going to spend money outright on RNG loot boxes. My gems are, you know, you can get gems free to play, and I'm just not using the gems for much else, which is the reason why I'm doing this today. But I wouldn't actually ever spend money to buy loot boxes outright. I wouldn't do it. Reminds me of the Twitch bots. Yeah, I mean, Valorant's not a bad game. I wouldn't say it's my favorite game because I haven't played much of it, and I didn't really get that hooked into it. But, you know, Valorant's not a bad game. Oh my god, someone else just put their age again. Okay, next person that posts how old they are, if they're below 18, I'm actually just gonna ban you. Like, I'm not gonna put up with you being so dumb that you just tell everyone how old you are. It's like, where's the internet safety? You know? Everyone should be taught, stranger danger, don't tell people how old you are. It's like a basic rule of the internet. And I don't know why people keep going wrong, because people keep posting it. And it's like, am I missing something? Am I going insane? Why did no one teach you this? Stop. Stop telling people how old you are. I know you might think that you're a big boy or a big girl and you're really smart and your teacher says you get good grades, but you don't know what you're doing if you're posting your age online. It's dumb. Don't do it. You quit DML? Well, good luck if you actually do quit DML, I guess. Good luck if you actually do. What's my favorite game? My favorite game of all time? I don't know. Favorite game right now? I also don't. I knew he'd probably end up taking me out with that. Damn it! Stop getting taught by 2009? What, is this just a rule? Is it just a rule that they gave up teaching kids what basic internet safety in 2009? You got like a provable statistic to back that up? You've seen DMKJ, they have 390,000 gems. Yeah, lots of people in DML like to waste their money. I know nothing else about the person apart from the fact that they waste a lot of money in the game. That's all I know. I'm not even saying that as like a bad thing, as in insulting to them, but they do waste a lot of money in game. Assuming it's all bought legitimately, of course. Stop this dungeon for 2 minutes? Why? The point of today is dungeon. The point of today is dungeon. Monster Hunter or DML? 100% Monster Hunter. It's actually like grindable, so technically you could play it forever. It's got multiplayer and everything. Again, it's like a lot of things. It's like, I have so many other games that I could just go and play if I wanted to. It makes no difference to me. That's kind of a sucky run. Which is the best energy dragon you can breed right now? I don't know. That really depends on what you need. Depends on what you need. No times 14, cringe. Oh, there we go. I complained for no reason. My bad. My bad. Imagine if DML was owned by EA. People have said this before, and I'll say it again, I genuinely think it would be a better product. Tribal Stardust and a Gave. That's okay for level 36. Keep going through the map, grinding it out. Do it. Is Tessaquaver, Furnace, and Aquarius a decent team? I'm assuming that you already know that since there's no Divine in there, the answer's gonna be a resounding no. But until you do get a Divine, I still have to say no. Double Shadow, really? I'm not going insane, right? Furnace does have Shadow. Double Shadow, I don't recommend. I get that you've still got the AoE in terms of fire, so I think it can work for now. Double Shadow on a team in 2021? Makes me feel a little sick. It's just, you know, the meta is just so... It's so stagnant right now in what's good and what's bad, basically. Like, you can have a few different sigils that do a few different things, but overall, if you don't have a Divine and an Ancient, your team's gonna suck. See me skipping it with gems hurts your soul. It hurts my soul, and I never do this usually, obviously, but if we can actually get some level of value, or at least try and go for fundiju, at least then I could say, look, I gave it a fair shot. I even used gems. We did what we could. You know, we did the dungeon grind. We did the thing that you're supposed to do. So if the game still doesn't give me fundiju, then I get to complain about this event for the rest of my life and use this as an example of why DML sucks. If it does give me fundildo, I'm still going to complain about it because this is still an awfully boring grind. You had to use Double Shadow. Yeah, I get, sometimes, like I said before, you can get stuck with a particular team and you might be like, oh, I wish I didn't have to use that team. It happens. But, you know, you can improve it later on. It's not like all the changes have to happen today. You don't have to go crazy. It's not like if you don't change it right now, you're gonna fail forever. It's just one of those things to keep in mind about future changes, replacements, that sort of thing. Is Long Wang good? Long Wang is okay. Long Wang is okay. Fundildo. How many fundiju pieces do I still need? I should get the 30 on by the end of tomorrow, because I should be able to get 10,000 milestone points. So I should be able to get the bonus 30 pieces. Plus all my bonus pieces. I think we're getting close. Remind me, I'll actually check after this exactly how many pieces we need. But man, fundiju is not fun, dude. Your dragons out gave Stardust and Tribal. Didn't you already say that? It gave Stardust and Tribal is also okay for now. Why are so many people using Stardust? Why is there a Stardust obsession? Stardust isn't the only epic that exists, you know, guys. Like, Stardust isn't bad. I get it. It's got okay stats. It's not the only one out there. It's not the only one. We need to make sure we prepare for the upcoming... Maybe if I take out Blazebird, yeah, that's who we need to worry about. Molten, he's dead. We Gucci. But yeah, if there's a Divine Fest again soon, that'll be good for players, although we've only ever had a Divine Fest once, so don't act like Divine Fest is just a given. We might also go back to the old Divine event types because they realised Divine Fest gave too many rewards. I don't know if that's true, I'm just, you know, guessing. But it could happen, so keep all of that in mind. I see them on the islands of max level players with high DCP and just copy them. It's possible. I don't recommend doing that. Especially in a game like DML, you'll find that a lot of players that have a lot of DCP don't necessarily make the best decisions. I mean, the ridiculous amount of spending should have been a little bit of a red flag number one. But then you see them go into a fight with an epic Rebirth and Turtle. And again, you should probably start asking some questions. Have you seen the people in the enchantment arena, for goodness sake? Some of the teams in there, it's an experience. It's definitely an experience. Would I recommend it? Not really. Would be like, TF, say my name correctly. Fundiju or Fundijo, that's not even its name. You have an underleveled crystal and it works for dungeon rounds for me. Again, it can work. It depends on your actual team formation, sigils that you've got equipped, lots of different things. 3 dragons with 1 blow 3 times? Game! Game, you are painful! You are painful, game! Why you gotta be like this? Pain. Pain. Pain is the game. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Kronos with power of thunder. Oh, don't even. I don't want to know about it. I know I've seen it before. It's disgusting. Makes me feel sick. Rancid. Oh no, Ness has fallen asleep. Oh, damn it. This isn't gonna hit all 3 again, is it? Damn you, game! Every time you could hit all 3, you don't! Game, why are you like this? Game, can you just do it once? Game, can you do it once? Game, why are you like this? Oh my gosh, and now he's been dazzled as well. What is going on? No, no, I refuse. Stop it. Stop it, game. End it. SMH. That was disgusting. I didn't like those 2 turns. Anyway, anyone else not like those turns? I didn't like those turns. Finally! Oh my god, he's dazzled again! Ikez, stop sleeping! Please add me and your friend. My friends list is at its max, so if you want to add me, you're gonna have to add me. Always getting dazzled. Bloody Ikez, man. Ikez sleep. Ikez sleep. Ikez falls asleep. That actually worked, right? Oh, thank goodness we gotten over that defeat 3 dragons quest. I hate it. I hate it. It makes me feel sick. I hate it. I hate it. Oh no. Oh no. I also don't like weak attack quests, but I can just about manage those. Tell me my tag. My code is add2. As in literally ADD2. Windows EUR. Something you can relate to. It happens. It happens. Ikez sleeps. Ikez sleeps. Seriously? Defeat 3 dragons with 1 blow 2 times? Can you stop? Game. We need to have a word. You are really trying your best to annoy me right now, aren't you? Look, I'm not falling for it. We're not doing that. Ay, caramba! You wonder what Silver's team is? He posted it earlier. Ay, ay, ay! Okay, we can't one-shot Pinata. I'm just gonna go for metal, I think. I've given up. I've given up on the quests. If they happen, they happen. We might as well focus on the weak attack quests at this point. My tag in DML. I just told you! I told you! Oh no, I forgot to bless! Ah! Ah, stop! Don't use a DOT. Don't use DOT. Don't use... Damn it. Oh, oh. Oh! Oh! Ah! Ah! Save me from my cruel fate! Thank you. I was saved from my cruel fate. Oh my goodness, you do a lot of damage, Planty Boy. Can you not do that? Thank you. What, is this a Q&A? I don't know, is it? Wasn't the last time I checked. But, I mean, dungeon's horrifically boring, so if you want to ask me things while I'm here, go ahead. Of all the dragons that RNG could have hit, it hit that one? Really? Really? It hit that one? These 2 quests suck. These 2 quests suck. Major fun dildo. What is the powerhouse of the cell? Your mother. Your mother. Power synergy RNG is so annoying. It can work out really, really well, but other times, yes, it can be painful. Sometimes it is the poggers of Pog Champion. Other times I want to neck. Other times, yeah. Other times, yeah. Do I play Among Us? No, I hope to never play it. I've seen it. I know what it's about. I have no interest. No interest. It's the same with Roblox. People are like, well, if you gave it a try, I'm sure you'd love the game. I'm like, no. No, I've seen the game. seen everything about it. I know what it's about, and it's not about me, okay? It's not a thing that I'm about, alright? Especially Roblox. Just an imitation of better things done poorer. Define plateau. You'd now have to use it in a sentence. What is secularism? Why are you asking about secularism in a DML stream? You okay, bro? You need a history lesson, go look up Mr. Google. Supercar Blondie? That was a very random thing to introduce yourself with, but okay. You're overpowered. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by I'm overpowered? Oh, I wanted to see if we died to that. We nearly did. Not quite though. Hee hee. Not today. Not today. Hee hee. DML should add a Pikachu dragon. 1, DML can't afford that. 2, that's not gonna happen. Can I share some of my luck with you? What, you want really, really poor luck? Is that what you want? I mean, you can have my poor luck if you want. I don't know why you're asking for it, but... I mean, if you want me to bestow upon you a curse of never getting any big drops, then sure, dude. It's a weird thing to ask for. You a masochist? That's what it's sounding like to me. Not gonna lie. You sound like a bit of a masochist, dude. I mean, you do you. Wouldn't recommend it, but you know, I can't stop you. Yeah, not a loser. What are you talking about? What you saying, blood? Don't hit me with fire. Thank you. Pain of having no divines. Yeah, I don't envy you. I do not envy you. Is 9001 over 9000? No. No, it's definitely below 9000. Can you not see it? You're wondering if the Autumn Dragon is returning anytime soon because you missed it? No idea. The old legends and such, we have no idea if they're going to be returning. And, thing is, like we said earlier, Andy's actually not very good anyway, which, damn it. Which I know a lot of people don't really care for that, and they just say want a dragon to have the dragon. But in terms of using it on a team, I do not recommend. Please stop hurting Ikez. Please stop hurting him. Ikez is trying his bestest. Oh god, this is going to be a tough situation. This is getting complicated. Okay, we're fine. Just about safe that time. Which dragon schlong do I think is the longest? Definitely Longwang. He is the king of dragons. It's literally in his name. It's literally in his name, dude. Like, can you not read? Is it normal for people having shadow level in the Arena League to be getting only hard challenge options? Unfortunately, right now, Tisme, it is, because the arena just does not work properly. I wish I could give you a better, a better answer than that, But no, arena sucks. I didn't realize how much damage we just did. I wish that I had the time to set that up nicer for the 3 dragons with 1 blow quest. Add me to your friends. I cannot. You can add me, but I cannot add you. Are old divines returning? There's never a guarantee. It's likely that some might, but there is never a guarantee. Will there be a free Divine Dragon calendar like what they did last year? Unlikely. In fact, someone asked, I think it was a couple of days ago, they said that they asked if they were planning on bringing back a calendar event, and Gameloft's response was, probably not. Is Nezha gonna die here? Is Nezha gonna die? Probably. Let's have a look. No. What are they doing? My dragons are doing quadrillions of damage right now. Yeah, let's just take out the Red Talon. Can we survive no shield is the question. I'm gonna have to do it. Although we're gonna have to do it again. I think this is the end. I think this is the end, dudes. It's alright, this was getting super grindy anyway, wasn't it? So that's fine. Let's go for 1 extra KO and the cow poke, I guess? Can Ika survive this? Maybe? Hello! Pulverize versus Tezza Quaver in dungeon? Pulverize. Definitely Pulverize. How to get arena gems? You level up. If you level up and say do all your fights and then level up, that's how you do it. Also, I don't know why I used fire on that. I should not have used fire. Oh well. Alright, that's another run done. What was I gonna check? What was I gonna check? Pieces, that's right. Alright, so currently for Fundildo, we're at 248 pieces. We should get an extra 30 by the end of tomorrow, assuming I can get 10,000 event currency, so I actually log in. So basically that takes us to 280, let's say, 280 plus, that's 136. So, basically if we don't count the pieces, we've got another 100 to go-ish. How to waste your money and get nothing in return? I think these chests sum it up just about. Just getting all legendary pieces. Yeah, I need about 90. What will be the next dragon event? Ancient or divine? It's probably more likely to be divine, but nobody actually knows. Nobody actually knows. Another tropic. Another toy fairy. I don't want more. I've got so many. I don't want more. Stop. End it. End this degeneracy. 12. 10. Cringe. Anyway, let's open a couple more. Legendary. Cringe. We hope it's going to be divine. We'll see, won't we? Times one fundiju, times one fundiju, times one fundiju. I'm just waiting for a singular times 40. It would be unbelievable how much it would change. Just a singular times 40 piece for fundiju. I believe there's a times 40. That's it. That's all that I would need, basically. Just a singular times 40 just to take out, like, any questioning as to whether we're gonna get it. That's it. Why don't I skip the animation? Because if I see that there is an ancient piece, I'll keep it. Usually if it's not anything ancient in there, I'll skip. That's what I normally do. Who's my favorite ancient? I don't know. I don't know. Didn't you go for 3 pieces? What, you mean the bonus pieces? I just included those in the calculation. In the brain calculation, but I also said it out loud. So yes, I'm including those. No more dungeon? Well, considering the title is Dungeon Grind, looks like it's going to be dungeon time. If you're not happy it's dungeon time, then you can feel free to leave. Thank you. Have a good day. You don't have to tune in for every single piece of content, but I have said that it is dungeon day. Therefore, that means it's dungeon day. I'm sorry if that offends you, but I don't care. I don't care. How's my favorite common? Ow. My favorite common being whoever he is. I'm sure he's doing fantastic. You got the devil dragon? Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm happy for you. Does skipping chests affect the drop rate? No. You skip the chest animations because they're annoying. You don't skip them because they change your odds. How much money do I spend in this event? I had a clam that was running, so that's like, what? Let's say $3, and then I bought the shrine. So, around about $3. So about $6. That's roughly, I believe, what I spent. That's it. So I buy the shrine, I was gonna get clam anyway, so that's technically not just a this event thing, but since it ties into helping me during the event, I'll count it for now. But not a lot. Not a lot. You don't need to spend stupid amounts of money to get things out of this game. The people that spend stupid amounts of money to get things out of this game either don't have the time to grind things naturally, or they're bad at the game. Or both. There's lots of people that like to talk about how great they are and how they got everything out of the event, fail to tell you that they just gemmed the whole thing. And obviously, other players can usually tell based on, you know, how many stepping stones they had total in the dungeon, like what their team is like. In the Dragon Board, you can guess based off of milestones and things like that. But that's the problem with games like this. Lots of people like to pretend they're really, really good at the game, and in reality, they just buy everything. And that, obviously, that's not the case for everyone. There are some really good players that do spend money and they get everything. But then there are some really, really bad players that just spend and just buy everything. And that's why games like this suck, because it just takes away all sense of achievement. Like, when someone can just buy what you had to actually log in for and do these horrible slogs for, it's demoralizing. Oh, you're having fun? Oh, you're leaving Silver. Okay, have fun. You're from Vietnam? Ah, we got more of the Vietnamese players coming out. I said this the other day, I feel like DML's total player count used to be made up of so many Vietnamese players. I don't know why they all went. Is Purity plus Cruelty a good Sigil combo? not really. I mean, it can have its uses, but it's not a fantastic combo. It's 8:18 a.m. It's 8:21 a.m. for me. Does someone have 4 lack in gems? It happens. You hope that I become Fundiju. I don't want to become him. Fundiju is his own man. I am not that man, and I am not a man. I could become a man, I guess. Super close to getting your next promotion. Nice. What is the first thing you remember when I hear India? I'm reminded of the time I looked out of my hotel window and there was just an entire flock of donkeys that had accidentally been let loose, and they were just wreaking havoc along the entire side of the road, smashing into cars nearly. That's what I remember. That's what I think of when someone says India. You can't believe you bred the magician in the last few hours? It happens. If anyone remembers or was here back when I got Pangu, I had just gotten what I needed to breed him. I went to breed him, and in like the last half an hour of the event, I managed to get him. That was my Pangu luck. And ever since then, my event luck has gone to pot. So basically, I traded in a Pangu for eternal cursing. That's what I got. Hello, Evan. Play Blockman Go. What? You once saw an army of geese? Oh wait, I didn't realize it was bloody... Ugh, dazzled again. Pain. Pain and suffering. What he cares. You mean to get? It's fine, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Let's get these weak quests done. You're so close for Reptilian. Wishing you the best. Wishing you the best. Invite me, DML. What? As in, add you as a friend? I can't do that. You need to be on the same platform and server, and plus my friends list is full, so you'd be better off adding me. We should be fine without Shield Hero. These dragons aren't very powerful, so we should be fine. Don't get dazzled again, or I'm going to come to your house and end you, Ikez. No! Don't hit him. It's fine. It's fine, I guess. Beat 3 dragons with a normal attack, we can do that. Ikez, do not get dazzled. Do not sleep. Do not sleep, Ikez. Do 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 do. Every time you kill a dragon, can you say, bruh? No. In theory, I could. Will I? No. Do you have a devil dragon? I don't have a devil dragon. I do have a the devil dragon, I should say. Very important distinction. Oh my god. Don't die. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Dice, be kind. Dice, be with you, please. Be with me. Not sexually. I think we're fine. We're not! I can't believe it actually ended us. It actually ended us. Oh my. But we'd be fine. Guess not. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. But am I gonna get some crappy runs while I'm not paying attention? Anyway, if we can get this weak attack quest nearly done, or at least as close to done as we can make it, then it should be good going into next run anyway. So I'm not too worried. While you play this game, just think wasting of time. You're saying this to someone that makes money out of playing it. Who's the actual idiot? The one that makes money playing this game and doing dungeon runs, or the one sitting here coming into the chat to say that I'm wasting time? Really think about it. Really give it thought for a second there, dude. Who's the one actually wasting their time, me or you? Give it quick thonkies. Tell me what you found out. I know it sucks to suck, but come on, dude. It's staring you in the face. You're literally projecting. You got Devil with Cloud plus Lava? Nice. Yeah, sorry I'm actually speaking facts, but like, imagine projecting onto me because you're wasting your own time. I get free money, you don't. Sounds like a win for me. Sucks to suck. How much can I earn? What do you mean? Depends on the month, depends on what's happening. If I'm gonna play the game anyway and make free money doing it, why not? Who wins out? Someone who's gonna play the game anyway and get free money while I do it, or someone like you who doesn't? Sounds like me, dude. Sounds like me. Can I play Minecraft? I could. I'm not going to. I uploaded Minecraft, when was it? Like 2 weeks ago when the Sonic DLC came out anyway? Can that not keep you sufficiently happy for now? Do I like him, Roger? Not really. Design-wise, nah, not really. I chose Chaos, I did. I did choose Chaos. I chose Extreme Chaos today. Do you play ML? I do not play Monster Legends. I did play Monster Legends a really long time ago for a short time, but then it was like the same thing. And it's like, if I'm playing Dragon City or this game at the same time, it's like I don't really want to be playing 2 mobile games at the same time. Not worth it because of the timers and everything else. Not worth, not worth. Mobile Legends? Oh, no, I don't play that either. Same thing. Exactly same reasoning. It's funny how things apply in lots of different situations sometimes. How to get best chingles for a team. Chingles? Pringles? Ooh, I could do with some Pringles. Anyone got some Pringles? I could do with some Pringles. Defeat 10 with a normal attack? Subscribe to your channel? Why should people subscribe to your channel, huh? What you offering? What you doing? Why would people sub to you? You can't just say sub to your channel. You need to give people a reason why. Is DML not so popular? In the grand scheme of things, no. DML is not actually that popular of a game. It's not. Especially you compare it to pretty much any mainstream game or any game that's streamed frequently on Twitch, for example. No. It's not. Again, that's not hating on DML, it's just the reality. Lots of gamers in general are over games like DML. They're over the loot boxes, they're over the RNG, they're over the wait times, the gemming. They're over this sort of game. Not just me, it's a lot of people that play games like this, or play games, don't want to play games like this anymore. I think that's why the game's outdated. The game's still running off of, say, like a 2007-ish sort of model, when microtransactions and things started coming up, and they just refused to let go. You wonder why I use Apollo instead of Ikez? Because you'll notice that Apollo gets ×3 points because of the way that I've set the sigils up on my other dragons, which means that every time Apollo gets a KO, Apollo gets ×3 points. So you'll notice that when we bring out Apollo again, you'll notice that we get a lot of stepping stones really quickly, and that's why. Do I buy gems or not? Not the gem packs, no. I buy the clam subscription. So there's the best value to buy the clam when it's on sale. Because the clam on sale gives you a lot of gems for that amount of value compared to pretty much everything else in game. So again, DML, it's a game where you've got to... If you want to get the best value out of it, you've got to become aware of the different bundles, their pricings, and what a set amount of currency can actually win you. If you don't know those things, you're probably going to make bad financial choices. Okay, Modi, that's a complete guess. What was your favorite thing during your childhood? I used to like Pokemon a lot as a wee lass. I mean, it wasn't the... Damn it, I thought that would hit all three of them. Never does energy hit all three when I need it to hit all three. It's cringe, bro. But no, I used to watch a lot of Pokemon. I used to like Sonic a lot when I was a kid. Yoshi, I still like Yoshi. A lot of my childhood likes I still like now. What else? I used to watch Powerpuff Girls, things like that. Lots of Cartoon Network. Lots of Cartoon Network. Yeah. If when you see you hit 1 billion damage in DML, what is your reaction? What? Dude, I'm doing 100 trillion damage. Not million, not billion, the one above that. Trillion. I'm already doing above that. Imagine what would happen when you hit 1 billion damage. Meanwhile, you can see I'm literally doing trillions of damage on screen right now. Weird, dude. Weird. Do I watch anime? I do watch some shows. I've been going through the Netflix catalog recently. If you want to see the shows that I have, you can check it out on my anime list. It's linked. If you go to the main page of my channel, you'll see that there's a My Anime List button. You've been waiting for live? P.S. I am bad at DML. How can you even be bad at DML? Is it possible to be bad at DML, truly? You can just pay your way through, right? I'm not saying that's a good idea. I'm saying it's a possibility, right? Don't recommend it, but it's possible. Do I play Minecraft? No, not really. I used to back in beta, right at the beginning of its release sort of cycle, but I've not really touched Minecraft in a long time. Not properly. If you hit real 5 whatever T damage, so what is your reaction? It's not that impressive. All I care about is getting value. If I'm not getting value out of it, I don't care. Like, say I could do 1 quadrillion damage once, I'd be like, hey, that's neat, and then I'd move on. So my interest would wane after about 3 seconds. If you want my legitimate take, that's what would happen. You think the new arena is, sorry, just I hate it? Understandable. You know, I genuinely don't blame people for having that view because the arena is not very good. The enchantment arena is broken. They know it's broken. They say that they're trying to look into ways to actually fix it. But that doesn't really help anyone in the meantime. Like, if it takes them 3 months to balance it and fix it, then that's 3 months where people are not going to be getting the resources that they need. And I know that they know this, but it just seems like they don't care. Some tips for level 70 to 80 players. Your player level doesn't mean anything. Your player level means nothing to me. It means nothing of substantial value. What matters is what your dragon level is, the dragons that you have available, etc, etc. Saying what your player level is doesn't mean anything. What's after level 160? Nothing. It just keeps putting you back to 160. It does give you the energy refresh still, which is nice. But outside of that, it serves absolutely no purpose. You get nothing. You'll get, like, a pittance of food. That's it. What does Deathmark do again? What, you mean the legendary skill? It just lets you deal more damage, basically. 40 level dragons. At level 40 dragons, it'll be the same for anyone. Do the events. Try and get lots of ancients and divines. Build a good team. And do events. That's it. That's all that it is. Nothing else to it. You're getting bored of this game. What should you do to get back your interest? I wish I knew. I think you're asking the wrong person. I don't really have an interest in DML per se. It's like it's become more of a habit in that sense, I guess. DML for me is like a game that I know could be super good, but I just play it because I can smell the goodness, the potential for goodness. It just never quite reaches it. And I've been playing since release, so at the same time, it's like I want to see the ship fall. You know, I want to see the day it dies. I want it to, so then I'd basically be here from when it was born to the day it dies. Will I always upload DML in that time frame? Who knows? Maybe not. But you know, DML's not a game that I would recommend to people. And that sounds harsh, but it's also true. I wouldn't. You think DML should change the damage indication system since it's already reached billions? Well, it's reached trillions for me. It works. You don't even have a fire legendary? Do you need a fire legendary? I got Pulverize. Yeah, I've got Pulverize. We got Skunk earlier, which means that we are going to get Quaver as well. We got that right at the beginning of this stream, so that was pretty pog. But question is, will we get fundiju? That's what I mean. We are so close to Enroger, but we're just not quite there yet. We're so close, but just not quite there. You haven't been on YouTube for a while? It happens. I'm the same. Like, I used to watch YouTube a lot when I was younger. Like, quite a lot of the time. But, you know, things get in the way. Things happen. Things get dicey. Life gets spicy. And, you can't always afford to be doing the same things that you could before. Your level 56, so pretty useless level. Again, your player level doesn't matter. Your player level doesn't define what you can or can't achieve to an extent. Obviously, you have to get basic unlocks and things like that, but outside of that, your player level doesn't define how your experience will go. Again, like I said before, there are a lot of even max level players that really, I would say, don't really understand the game. And that's not just a DML thing. It happens in all sorts of games. Have you ever seen like competitive, I'm just going to use an example, like Overwatch? Have you ever seen people that play League? Because you get some people in all video games that play a game for a really long time, but they absolutely suck at it. They absolutely suck major doo-doo at it. So that's not just a DML thing that I'm saying. I'm not saying like all DML players are bad. I'm saying people in general sometimes just really suck at things that they spend a lot of time doing. So, what do you actually do in that situation if you think you suck? You know, you can see what other players do, say players that you think are better than you. See how they handle things, that sort of thing. But the main key is actually trying to improve and learn what you could be doing differently, that sort of thing. I think a lot of players sometimes just play and don't really think about what they're doing, and it causes that. You're watching two live streams, so it's quite noisy. I see. What happened to my new Android series? What, you mean the one from a year ago? It's 2021 now. That was uploaded at the end of 2020, which means that it's like a year old. It's old. Do I know Preston plays? Not really, no. You were shocked when you learned that you needed DCP? Yeah, the DCP change, I understand their reasoning for changing it. Do I agree with it? No. They said the reason they brought out DCP was so that they could help players get into the game easier, so it made more sense. And I'm thinking, but DML is already simple enough as it is. If they were not gonna get it by that point, they're never gonna get it without help. So I think it was a really bad cop-out for basically just trying to monetize more. And trying to force players to slow down their progress. That's what it felt like to me. We're dead. It's okay, we were running out of quests anyway. But yes, we are very dead. Super trooper hyper dead, in fact. The difference is that when you visit a level 160 player, your game crashes every time. I don't think that's intentional. What's my favorite Pokemon region? It is Sinnoh. Sinnoh. What was that? 90? A little bit disappointing. But I'll take it. Times 12, that's okay. I haven't had a times 100. This entire time I've been grinding the dungeon these weeks. How sad is that? I think that's pretty sad, actually. Anywho, back to the beginning we go. And again, let's look at Apollo here. You'll see that every time he gets a KO, he'll get times 3 points. Times 3, times 3, times 3. And this is what you can do to try and net yourself bonus stepping stones when you're doing brawls. Make sure you use a dragon that gets times 3. You can check in your dungeon squad. That way, I get lots of points early on. I do the quests, get lots of points, get times 3. It's good. Void material is so useless, but so common. Erlang Shen would disagree with you. And metal upgrade is not pretty useless. Metal upgrade is insanely good. For dungeon as well. What's the best divine of these? Thor, Loki, Apollo, Changi, Hermes. Apollo, because he's a cool dude. DML has crashed because of the arena. You play smashing 4 more. How to get back interest? What do you mean smashing? You mean you actually smashed something? Maybe chill out, bro. Maybe chill out a bit, dude. Chill out a little bit. How many times will I grind the dungeon? I can use up all of the gems that I have. This is the last day that I can grind this. So I would be grinding out the dungeon as much as I can, really. God, these weak attack quests are cringe. Can I show how much attack leech reduce in opponent dragons with witchcraft? But all of these opponents are a different or a different level and things like that, I can show it to you, but it's not really going to be that relevant in terms of information. It reduces it by a lot, however. 3 dragons with 1 blow. I'm happy to get that quest now. Don't give it to me later. Don't give it to me later, please. Although, I thought that might happen. I was gonna say maybe I should use Dragon Fury, but I'm gonna see how it works out. This is kind of sucky as well, isn't it? Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I'll just do it with E-Cares. It's not to worry. Not to worry. You're back? Any big drops? Oh, you. Oh, you. Oh, you're very funny, Silver. You're very, very funny. Oh, sorry, you weren't meant to be joking. Of course not. Do I think I could get 100k subs? I literally do not care about sub count. It means nothing to me. Especially considering you can have 100,000 subs and only get like 10 views a video. It happens. Doesn't mean anything. People buy subs all the time. Doesn't matter. Means diddly squat. I know that brands will look at it and then they'll try and take people on with 100k subs and then they end up getting no value for it. All I have to say is hee at that. Torch, Hermes, and Ashkellan good. You need another divine in there, and it's a strange team. It's a strange team. I don't understand the Hermes pick outside of Hermes potentially being your only divine. That's the only way I would really see that making sense. If he's your only divine, I get it. If he's not, I'm confused by that choice. Yeah, people use Ashmelon since when? Since today. Since now. For a single ancient, which upgrades are best? Again, with ancients being on their own, Wonder Acceptance still somewhat works. You can also use potentially a Witchcraft. But ancients won't get proper value until you get a divine. But Wonder Acceptor still has some use with the leech, but minimal all things considered. Why no face cam? Because I woke up at like 6, barely got awake, and then decided to stream because I'm gonna have to grind this now. Today's the last chance to grind, really. So I was like, I'm awake, time to grind. I'm awake, time to stream. I'm awake, time to do things, hee hee. In my life. In my life recently. Does acceptance work with void? I mean, it works with it. If you mean, does it boost it? I'm not 100% sure on all of the interactions with void. But not really that much. Instead of Discord, do you use other talking apps? What do you mean by talking apps exactly? Like, give some examples of what you mean by talking apps. Use Apollo instead of Torch. Do they have Apollo? Why are they using Torch if they've got Apollo? Although, still, that's not going to be a good team either. It's kind of yikes. It's kind of a yikes situation. Dazzled boy, but it's okay. You really don't like DML? It's not that I don't like DML. It's the fact that I could see how DML could be so much better than what it is, and it won't ever become that. Like, I might only give it a 4 out of 10. I actually got 3 hits. That was Pog there. I might only give DML roughly about a 4 out of 10. If I had to rate it. But it's like when I watch shows. I might give a show a 4 out of 10 because overall the quality of it is just not very good. It doesn't mean it's unwatchable. It means that it's just... it could see a lot of improvements, and overall how it is right now isn't what I'd want it to be. Yeah, it increases it, but not by a ridiculous amount on its own, I don't think. Yeah, you don't want Torch in your team if you've got other options. I know it's a legendary and it might help somewhat with some of the elements in castle events and things like that, but overall you'll be better off swapping to something more useful. Is Frosk, Freya, Tezzaquaver, Pangu, Erlang, Shen a good team? Why did you name 5 dragons? Just before we go anywhere else, why did you name 5 dragons? They should fix the dazzle. Yeah, I hate the fact that it's sometimes difficult to tell who's actually dazzled because of that. It's really annoying. It's really annoying. It's same like when you've got a lot of things stacked on your dragons, you can't actually see what's on them. So there have been times in the dungeon, for example, where I have gone to use an attack, and because it's not displayed on there, I've realized that I've missed. Because it doesn't display everything. So you have to fully click the dragon and open all of it up, and it's just a really annoying experience, and I wish it wasn't like that. Tezzaquaver, Frosk, Freya. It would work. I would say I would try and avoid using Tezzaquaver if I were you. But if you have no other options, but then again, if you've got Frosk. Wait, you've got Frosk. So you're using Tezzaquaver purely for the shield, I'm guessing. It's a kind of an awful situation to be in. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of an iffy one. You have Changi, Thor, Loki, Apollo. Which one should replace Hermes? I don't think you have any good options. Maybe keep Hermes for now. But Torch... Did you not get any other ancients or anything else out of this event? Like, I'm just thinking, imagine Enroja. Enroja could have been nice. But you really need... I don't remember your full team, but you really need healing, you really need shield. So, all things considered, you need to think of that. Remember, the key elements for a good dungeon team, and also will help you in general, is Divine, Ancient, Shield, Water, and AoE. You can make any team you want, as long as it fills those requirements. I can't tell you exactly what team you should make. That is your choice for the dragons you want to use so that you can enjoy the game. If I wanted to make a new team, I would do that for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be telling you how to make your team because that's down to you. But in terms of divines, really you need 2 divines. Like, the dungeon's a good example so that you can actually keep Bless up at all times. That doesn't mean they need to be just divines. Ideally, they'd be divine ancients. But if you don't have any of those available, then at least having 2 divines, whatever they are, and as long as they've got Along with the Ancient, a combination of Water, Earth, and an AoE attack. That's the bare minimum. Yeah, Yolhan is not a bad choice if you need the water and you need Ancient. Because otherwise you might be stuck waiting for a long time. But at the same time, if you need Earth and you don't have Earth yet and you got an Ancient from this event, it's also gonna start making you think, ooh, well, what am I gonna choose? But you really do need to have all of those things to have a good dungeon team. If you don't have those things, you're going to run into problems. And it's like, you see how much I grind dungeon. It's not like I'm just making it up. Those are the key components of my team. One Ancient, who has 2 AoE attacks, which are useful. And we've got 2 Divines, to make sure that our Bless stays up all the time. You use Tribal with Wonder Rebirth. Okay, so you put Wonder on the Tribal because he uses Shield. You need to swap out the Smoke and the Water Dragon. Honestly, you shouldn't be using dragons that don't have 3 elements. If you're going to use a dragon, it should have 3 elements. That's for anyone. You might be a really new player, but you can also actually breed a lot of epics early on as well, so you shouldn't be using smoke and whatever. If you can get a rare with 3 elements and you want to use that in the meantime, just so that it can be slightly easier to enchant, you can. It's not super important that you use a rare because rares are, their stats are kind of iffy, same with some epics. But, because, you know, rares and epics, they've got the same stats, but in general, it depends on what their element composition actually is. Super early stream. Yeah, it's Sunday. It's nearly 9 AM. I won't be able to keep going for now for super long, but you know, I thought I'd at least grind out a bit now. So then I've got some more fundiju done. I'll probably head off at like 9:45-ish. Take a break, do some other stuff, and then maybe I'll come back later. I do plan on playing more Monster Hunter today, but at the same time, it's also the final day for fundiju grinding. So fundiju technically has priority for me. DML Instagram says that we can get ancient pieces. I'm assuming you mean from the catch-up dungeon, and the answer is yes. But the drop rates are not going to be reliable. So if you're going to go for fundiju, do it today. Do it now. Don't do it during catch-up dungeon, or you are going to hate it. You are going to hate yourself if you leave it until catch-up dungeon. You're gonna have a bad time. If you don't, that would be sheer luck. Do I like pineapple pizza? I have never actually had a pineapple pizza. What is a rare dragon with 3 of the later elements? All I can think of is hippie. There aren't many rares that have 3 elements. A lot of people tend to use rust, which I can understand. But again, with rares, the problem is that, of course, being that they can only use up 2 rare sigils. Now, it would be so weird for a person to have epic sigils before they get rid of their rare. but it is possible. And for that reason alone, I can so see it happening. You tell someone that they can use a rare, and they use it until they have epic sigils, and then they can't put the epic sigils on their team, and then suddenly they blame you because now they're using a rare, but they can't use their sigils. I can see it happening, right? For that reason alone, that's why epics are sort of recommended over rares, but it is so unlikely that you'll be stuck with those dragons for that long. But while the possibility does exist, I will pre-warn you. 10 gems in an exploration, nice. Fundiju is a nickname for fundiju. Yeah, but the nicknames aren't that long in DML, are they? You're a new player and started 3 weeks ago? It happens. Ah, Star, hi. If you enchant a dragon at 30 level and I enchant the same dragon at level 100, is there any difference in damage? In terms of the fact that, obviously, you're level 100, so you'll be doing more damage, no, because all the enchantment stars do is they add 2 additional levels to your dragon. It's not like enchantment stars boost anything per se, it's just enchantment stars add 2 extra levels. So, in one sense, yes, and in one sense, no. Because obviously, at level 100, you're going to be dealing more damage. But, in terms of how the mechanic actually works, no. I hope that makes sense. You're using Freya, would Emerger be a good combo? Yes. Yes. Ike's gonna die? Maybe. He might. He also might not. Although everyone's gonna die in dungeon. Everyone's gotta die in dungeon at some point. It's endless, but not truly endless, so that's just sort of what happens. Yeah, the fact that Enchanted Arena is still not fixed is honestly... I don't think there's any excuses for that anymore. I don't think there's any excuses. They've had enough time now to at least deal with most of the problems, at least consider it, and make a choice whether they're going to... don't attack Erlang Shen. He doesn't have fire on him, does he? I wish I didn't have to check like that. Don't attack Erlang. Thank you. They've had plenty of time to consider what they can do from here. And the fact that they've kept it up... Oh, damn it. I didn't want to use fire. Didn't want to use fire there. But the fact that they kept Enchantment Arena up, I don't think has any excuses. When you say it's endless dungeon, but it's not actually endless... Exactly. I wish we had endless dungeons still here. I do. It was boring, but now is still boring, but now we get less rewards. So I wish I could have old version, but get more rewards. You have 48 ancient tickets, you're saving up to 50. Well, good luck with those 50. That could be 50 fundijus, right? What's 9 plus 10? 23. 23. Alright, weak attack quests. We can do those. We could do some weak attack quests. But dude, I wish I could get anything but ×1 pieces for fundiju. I do truly wish. But we do not live in that timeline. We live in an alternate timeline where we will never get anything but ×1 pieces, apparently. I don't know, it's just you see everyone else getting at least 40-piece drops, multiple 40-piece drops, bigger drops. It's like, I know how loot boxes work. I'm not gonna feel too salty about it, but it's just the fact that The fact that I could have already been done with this event if it had have just given me 1 or 2 bigger drops, you know, it's just kind of sad. It's kind of sad that I've had to grind out this entire event, basically. Just because the game isn't nice. Game is meaner. Game is a big poo-poo panty meanie poo. That's all I know. We're probably reaching towards the point where we start struggling with quests, so even if we get taken out, I'm not too bothered here. Not too bothered. I'd rather restart with Apollo. Rather than grinding and grinding and grinding still. Again, the KO counts, they start to become a lot less important when you've got the max KO count bit. And considering I just want to be over and done with most of this dungeon stuff, it becomes hard to find the energy to keep going. You got a 300 piece drop in the Dragon Board event. Nice. I mean, it's only the epic, but at the same time, I'm still happy for you. You hatch tiger? Nice. Nice. Enjoy that tiger. Enjoy your tigers and any other various dragons you may happen to get hold of. Enjoy, enjoy. Hello, Dino. 0 is something else other than ×1. You're right, it could technically get worse, but I've also had it getting worse a lot of times. I think I'm done with it getting worse, you know? You dare me to say tiger poo-poo. Okay, I don't know why you'd want me to say that, but okay. Oh look, now we're gonna keep getting druid. I don't want ×10s. I don't want ×10s. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Do you know who is Modi? I know of them. Why? What's my favorite ancient dragon again? Someone asked this earlier. I don't know. I don't know who my favorite ancient is. I kind of hate all of them. Truly. Because of what they've done to the game. Ancients and divines getting added in, changing the entire meta sort of thing. Why don't I skill up Scully? I could, but he's not going to serve any purpose. He's not a high enough level. He's not really going to do much. Disrespect. Did you know if you are not grinding for ancient ticket, blue chest is better? It depends on how much the chest costs. That's the reason why we tend to skip the last couple of blue chests, but outside of that, yes. It pains you to see a level 90 without skills. The thing is, I can't use him for anything. Because of the stage in the game that I'm at, he doesn't actually do anything for me. I know it might seem painful to you, as someone that might not have level 90s, but to me, he doesn't do anything. Three dragons with one blow 3 times. Done. Get that disgusting quest out of my face. Thank you. What was that? That was a sneezy. You disrespecting me through sneezing, huh? You know, disrespect my sneeze. How do you get Exoplanet? You buy it. I wish it wasn't true, because Exoplanet is quite cute. We've even got the Exoplanet Kawaii emote, but it is what it is. He's like a puppy. I'm being called a dog now. I get it. Evasion. Just avoid it with AoE, dude. Disrespect my sneeze. Do it more. Do it more. Disrespect it. Do it. What we're gonna do? 7 normal attacks, 2 dragons with a weak attack. We can't take those out. Bad, wear mask. I'm in my house, dude. Why would I wear a mask in my house? Little OTT, don't you think? A little OTT, if you ask me. Fully enchant a ceremony dragon. Good point. I should do that. I'll go and do that in a bit. I might do that in a bit. Thanks for giving me such great ideas, chat. I love it. Are you a good boy? Sounds kind of kinky. I don't know if I should answer that. See, I'm kind of kinky. You give me one idea? What idea is this? What's this fantastic idea, huh? Wait, Ceremony is level 90? He's not, he's level 50. Am I a good girl? I'm not doing this. Delete all of my dragons and, okay, where are we going with this? Yeah, delete all my dragons, then what? Say DML sucks. That would require so much time to go and delete every dragon on its own. That would be a waste of time. That would legitimately be a waste of time. Going through and doing that. That would be a waste. Alright, where's the scary Molten? Where is he? Show me your scary Molten. Where's he at? Ah, there he is. There he is. There's the scary Molten. Scary Molten is dead. Very cool. Oh, you've shaded him, I see. We're okay, though. We're okay, though. Uninstall and delete the account. That doesn't have the same impact, though. Doesn't have the same impact. It's just like a few buttons. It's not impressive. But then again, going and deleting every dragon individually also seems like a waste of time. How do you uninstall in the best way? I don't know. I've not done it, so... Actually, I have uninstalled DML before, and that's because it was breaking. Hey, do you like Dragon World? Or Dragon's World? It got boring very quickly. It got boring very quick. Not okay, Beast Kid, you spam again. I'm going to ban you. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. Do I love dinosaurs? I do. I do love dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are great. Sell a dragon that's level 50 every month. You know, that has some spice to it. I can dig that. I can dig that energy. Don't ban. When you say it so nicely, I might do it anyway. You start playing Summoner's War, pretty free-to-play friendly. I think that changes very quickly. I think that changes later on. I think that's like DML. Like, people are like, wow, this game's free-to-play friendly. Look, I can do all these things in game, and I don't even have to spend. And then you get into it, and you're like, oh, I see. I'm pretty sure that's Summoner's War. From what I know about it, anyway. Maybe it's changed in like the last year or so. Maybe last couple. Have you got all the dragons in this event? No, that's why I'm grinding for fundiju as the title states. if I was done, I would not be grinding the dungeon right now. Is there any other higher level divine you have for Bless? It wouldn't matter if I did, because it doesn't change the fact that I need 400 million plus food. I think, what have I got now? Like 40 million, so 450 mil I think it is that I need to actually get a dragon up. And you see, with Arena, that's not going to happen. So it doesn't actually matter about that at all. It does not matter. It will be something that will be a long off goal before I can add any other dragons into the team. But these guys work for right now, and they also get a lot of arena stuff done, which is the reason why I'm keeping these. I can't change it even if I wanted to. If there was a button that allowed you to, like, take your resources off and put them onto a new dragon, yeah, I would probably potentially end up doing that. But then I'd have to change at least 2 dragons, really. But you've got to think realistically when you're making changes in DML. And when you get to my stage, where you're at like level 110 dragons, you can't just swap your team overnight. It doesn't work like that. Dragon Mania Legends Guide for pros. Spend more money, lol. Spend more money, hee hee. If you see info a tier 1 chest, it will say 93% chance for common and an uncommon chance of 6%, whereas the other 1%, what you're talking about, sigil chests? What are you talking about? You just said a chest. What chest? $496 million? Yeah, it's just below 500 million. I was trying to work it out based on the amount of food that I have right now. I don't remember, though. I don't remember how much food I have right now. Fundiju. Any fundudus? Oh my goodness, he's dazzled again, aren't you? You dazzled again, Kezo. Oh, they're both dazzled. Okay, okay, it's Dazzle Fest. Any dazzlers? Any dazzlers? Many dazzlers, apparently. Confirmed. Oh, you are talking about sigil chests. I just wanted to make sure. Do you plan on leveling up another ancient? I would probably be touching a divine ancient, if anything. Do you think they should add new elements? Because it's getting kind of... No, had this discussion earlier. Adding a new element is actually the opposite of what a lot of people want. Because you may think you want a new element, but what's actually going to happen is it's just going to throw the entire meta for a loop, and then people that have invested into level 120 dragons will end up having to replace all their team. And that happens every time they have added a new element into the game. It's going to keep happening. It will keep happening every time. So if you want to keep screwing over people in terms of their teams and them not give us a button to be able to, you know, change or, you know, give back some of our resources to put on a new dragon, you're just going to screw players over. That's all that you're going to do. You're not going to help them. All that you're going to do is hinder everyone. I know when you're a lower level player, it doesn't seem like it's a lot of wasted resources, but when you're someone that has spent months and months, if not like a full year, trying to grind out resources for a team just to get it immediately basically replaced, it's annoying. It's very annoying. So if you want long-term DML players coming to your house with pitchforks and knives, go ahead. some secret stream. Now, I just very suddenly decided to do it first thing in the morning. There's no secret about it. It just comes down to the YouTube algorithm and who it actually sends it to. You know, sometimes YouTube algorithm can be sketchy, to say the least. Especially with sudden streams or sudden uploads. Sometimes it just does not send it out properly. But you get used to that. I do, at least. I'm used to that. What is YouTube without a reliable subsystem? It wouldn't exist. Quacks what? Ice Element would be cool, however it won't be like Divine or anything. Potentially. Quaver or Pulverize depends on your team, but I would be inclined to say Pulverize in most situations. Pulverize, at least wind can stop some of the damage coming through. Quaver, however, I feel like the shadow just won't get much value. It can get some, but I don't feel like it will get much. Any Indians here? I'm sure there are lots of Indians. There's lots of DML Indian players. Lots of Indian DML players. But there's Enroger with Ancient and Divine. Exactly. That's why lots of people are going for Enroger, because they want an Ancient Divine with Earth. You've hit the nail on the head. Ugh, this is sucking. There we go. We've dealt some more damage. That's what I wanted. Ceremony or Baby Yoshi? Baby Yoshi. Baby Yoshi, Baby Yoshi, Baby Yoshi, boom! Baby Yoshi, Baby Yoshi, Baby Yoshi, boom! Biggest dragon in size? I'm not sure, actually. Might be Frosk. You ever seen Frosk? He takes up, like, the entire habitat. Frosky's large. That's all I have to say about that. He is large. Am I American? No. I am not American. Frosk. Frosky is large. I was saying Frosk, wasn't I? That's what I meant. Weak attacks, weak attacks, weak attacks. They suck. Let's hope he ends himself on our metal here. Ah, you're using your own metal, I see. Stealing your tactics from me. There we go. What we gonna do? Weak, weak, weak. Weak, weak, woke. I love seeing them end themselves on me. It's very, very soothing. Why Witchcraft Wonder is good? It's not on every dragon. Don't just, like, see the sigils I have and just throw it on your team. That's not gonna work. It's mainly because of Ancient why we use it. Oh no, I didn't realize it was this turn. Oh no! Oh no! Tragedy! Should be okay now that he's got reduced damage. By okay, I mean that's still a big yikes, but it's still. I'm gonna end those too quickly. I don't like it. I don't trust it. I don't want it. I want no part of that. Getting more weak attacks. We should be able to do that. Now we've got these two guys on the field, but these guys deal a lot of AoE, and I do not like it. I do not like it. Now, mine are killing themselves. They can if they want. If my dragons want to end themselves through metal suicide, they can go ahead. Do you hate DML? I do not hate DML, no. Hate is a strong word, and I would reserve it for other things, not DML. I hate some of the developmental decisions of DML, yes. That's not the same as hating the game. I don't hate the DML concept. Again, I think DML could be a fantastic game that's actually taken up by loads of people, really popular breeding game. It's just, they never quite will hit it. And I've worked out, well, I thought that from early on, but it's just clear after this many years. It's just, they don't want to change the existing formula. They don't want to change the pay to win, anything like that. They don't want to do it. Oh goodness. Don't attack Erlang. Thank you. I wish it was different. I do. I truly do. But it's not. What's your favorite game? Again, it's my favorite game of all time. I don't know. I am a big fan of Pokemon Mystery Dungeons, Explorers of Sky. That's probably up there. But there's been a lot of good games over time. A lot. Too many, really, to just name like a singular, I think. Too many. AoE stands for Area of Effect. Would I rather level up Ceremony or Baby Yoshi? I don't want to insult my god after all. I'd probably level up Ceremony. Baby Yoshi can stay as a baby. That's fine. I ain't against that. Is that Yarn Dragon gonna one-shot me? Yarn boy? Don't do it. No, he's not. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Also, thank goodness for that miss, PogChamp. We might have to survive around without shields, so hoping for some nice misses. Is it gonna happen? Probably not. Oh, I think Nezha's gonna die here. I think Nezha's gonna die. Let's get a couple more weak attacks in while we're here then. Oh, you can do that. Nezha wasn't gonna die. I could have actually kept going. Screw you, Rosie. The hell is that about? Suddenly coming out of nowhere with the energy. What were you even up to? 104. Cringe! We could have kept going, Rosie. You need to chill. Rosie needs to chill. I've literally gone so long this dungeon week, and I've not really been touched by energy, and then Rosie just comes out and it's like, pew, pew, pew. Yeah, bro. Pew, pew, pew. Here's my laser beams. Pew. Painful. Painful. Did you just say, why do I love DML? That's kind of an assumption. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, damn it, why did you have to go for him? I didn't want you to go for him. I wanted to use fire. Oh, well, that's fine. Times 14, yes. Yeah, it's just the KOs don't really account for much. If you can't get the quests done in a run, it doesn't really help you that much. Obviously, it'll help you somewhat, but it doesn't really help that much if you can get lots of KOs. Like, maybe you'll get a little bit of boosted dungeon currency, but not a ridiculous amount, obviously. I didn't do my dragon board collections earlier, did I? No, because it went to 7 just after we started, and I did not come back and do it again. Okay, let's do our collection quick. Get our dragon board stuff. And then I will probably be skedaddling for a little while. Will I keep grinding? Probably. Well, I've got to do some stuff first. Probably should eat, etc. But the grind will inevitably continue, because I doubt very much so out of the next set of chests we open, we're going to get, like, a massive drop. If we do, I will eat my words. But what do we need to do? Breed, catching, winning battles. Let's try this one. Use your code. Petition for a gift all button. They've heard it 5 million times. They don't want to add it. Get over it, basically. They don't want to add it to the game for whatever reason. They think that it's more entertaining, I guess, for the players to have to actually gift everyone. I would obviously disagree. But that's the reasoning. Imagine ceremony with ancient armor. I would dig it. Oh, you missed! He missed! What's my favorite food? I like lasagna. I like a lot of seafood. Like, I like octopus. I don't know. There's lots of foods I like. Again, I can't really pick out a singular favorite, really. Let's kill him. I kind of wanted to see him kill himself. I was like, should I take that risk? Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Must be psychopaths. Hello, Scorp. About favorite drink? Same thing. I don't really have a select favorite drink. It's like, I kind of like Fanta, but I wouldn't say it's a favorite. I don't know. I'm kind of bored of drinks. I'm bored of drinking. That sounds like I'm an alcoholic, but I mean non-alcoholic. I don't touch alcohol, really. Every time I do, it goes badly, and I don't want that to happen. People here are so rude. That's the fun of it. That's just live streaming, dude. That's just people. Why won't I use perfect hits? Because it literally makes no difference to the end outcome. Because I'm Wonder Blessing, Wonder Acceptance Blessing, which means that it doesn't really help me that much. In the dungeon, at least. Here, I technically could, but I don't care. YOLO. I like juicy drinks. That's nice. Vandit. It's nice. You loved the Earth event? For the first time you got 500 pieces? Ah, so you only like the event because you got a big drop. That's why you like it. Doesn't sound like a very good reason to like an event, IMO. Like, if your only reason for liking the event is because you got insane RNG, that means you didn't actually like the event, you liked that you got lucky. Know what I mean? Doesn't really make sense to me. You like juicy ass? It's good to have a hobby. You avoid Fanta? Understandable. Fanta grape? I love the, like, exotic flavored drinks. I drink them. I drink exotic stuff. It's like I always have a thing where I'll go into a supermarket and normally if I can fit it into my basket, I'll pick at least one foreign food item. I have no idea really what it is, but it looks edible. It's not bad. It's not a bad way to spend the time. Like, you can get all your normal food, everything else, but just get an exotic thing, see how it goes. You know what I mean? Not too bad. Not too bad. We need to do one more fight, don't we? Lipton. Interesting. Yeah, nothing that I want to do there. Nothing I want to do there. Breeding. Alright, if we got everything set up, everything that we want, we got a skunk in the hatchery. Okay, let's go. Weird, you don't really drink coffee, but every now and then you have a sudden urge to drink it. I never drink coffee. If I had the chance, would I eat alligator? Yes. Yes, I think I've had it in jerky form before. It's actually not bad. I quite like jerky. And crocodile jerky / alligator jerky, yum. Big yum. Alright, let's collect all of these chests as well. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to wait until they load in. Have I ever tried bubble tea? I have. I like boba stuff. I buy boba stuff. I used to buy it from somewhere near here, but obviously with everything being closed for so long, instead I just started ordering it off of Amazon. Pretty good. You like tea and coffee? I would say I'm not a massive fan of tea or coffee. Certainly not a fan of coffee. Tea's okay, but it's not my go-to drink choice. 3 ancient keys? That's a pain. I guess we can... We can re-roll a bit more now, though. All that we need to do is just spend our currency, although I want to avoid it if I can. Nah, that's 1. We'll take 1. More doubles? Game, don't be like this now. You made me wait so long for doubles, and now you're just going to keep giving them, aren't you? Hello, Death Dragon. Dropped randomly here. Yes, good luck to you too, Marco. There we go, we got our plus 600. So yeah, 261, so this should take us to about 265, maybe 26. Which means we should get those other pieces for fundiju soon. That'd be nice. Obviously, I just don't want to use all of my event currency straight away. What are the chances for 500 times in one chest? For fundiju, I believe it's 0.001. I believe that's the drop rate. You can double check on the wiki. So that's, I believe, but I'm not 100%. I don't remember. We checked it at the beginning of the event, but that was like, what, 27 days ago? Why do people play DML? Boredom? Hobby? Want of a hobby? Lots of different reasons. Guides are a little aged. I do guides for every event. So maybe watch the relevant guides during the relevant events. Obviously, if I uploaded a video 5 years ago, it's not going to be as relevant now. But it's not like I can change time. That's why I make new guides for every new event that comes out. Every single ancient event, I've done one that I've been around for. Every single new event that comes out, I go on day 1 through basically a short rundown of the event and how things work. So maybe watch the new videos if you want actual guides for guides that are relevant. Because they exist. Love the accent. I don't know what you mean. I have no sort of accent. Oh, you asked a question. Could you give me an advice what type of dragon to level up as a level... Player level does not matter. You say as a level 63 player. That doesn't matter. The guidance for you will be the exact same as it will for everyone else. The best dragons out there are divines and ancients. You need 2 divines and an ancient. And you need the core components for a good dungeon team, being 2 divines, an ancient, shield, water, and AoE. That doesn't change regardless of what your player level is, because that's the meta right now. That is the best option. I don't care whether you're player level 10 or whether you're player level 160. The advice is the exact same. Obviously, a level 10 player isn't going to have all the elements straight away, but it's still something that they should be striving to do. Your player level means nothing. It's mainly about what level your dragons are at, because after the first few unlocks that you get early on, it doesn't really matter. As long as you've got the DCP to unlock all of the skills, that's really the main factor. After that, it's going to be the exact same advice regardless of who you are. You've got Ash Kellen, all others are max legendary. You definitely need divines. You can use Ash Kellen, but again, you really need to get divines. Next, Ancient Event Energy or Shadow. Oh, but Shadow's not that good anymore. I don't know about Shadow. Shadow's kind of iffy these days. Ash Kellen was your first Ancient. That's good. As long as you've got an Ancient, it's better than not having one. But, you know, obviously some Ancients are more suitable than others, more useful than others. And hello, Amar. My favorite theme park? That's such an oddly specific question. Or kind of specific. You act like I go to theme parks all the time. I don't think I've been to a theme park in many years. Times one pieces of fundiju. Still, we're gonna get 145 pieces of fundiju. We're getting close. It can veto any element. Yeah, but it's still random. It's still random. That's the problem. It's not a 100% chance of that happening. Oh, they're all legends. Well, either way, after this grinding, which was like, what? Like, 2 hours and something of grinding, we are now at 266 pieces of fundiju. Again, we're gonna get the bonus 30. So, that's gonna put us up to, let's say, 300. And then, we are going to get the bonus 148, which means we're 50 pieces off. We're still 50 fundiju pieces off, basically. So, 50 fundiju pieces, do you think I can grind that in one day? We've got 422 gems. Can I get 50 more pieces? Obviously, we'll get more bonus pieces as well, but I think it's doable. Really bad luck. Wait, you're saying out of 1,500 chests, having 266 pieces isn't very many? Yeah, it's not, is it? It's really not many pieces. Yeah. More than 1,000? Oh yeah, I'm at nearly 1,500 and I still need pieces. 40, genuinely one singular non-times-1 piece out of the entire event would make such a difference. But it's not gonna happen. It's literally not gonna happen. I'll use my last 3 tickets. Nope. Is it better to collect all dragons or is it better to breed epic dragons right away? I wouldn't say breeding the epics immediately is a big priority. Mainly, you can breed them at any time, but the limited time dragons, obviously, they're limited time. But, anyway, I think that is going to do us for now. What are we sitting at? 3,700-ish now after a few runs. I think it's doable. Will it actually happen? We'll see, but I've got 1 day left. That's it. Got 1 day left to try and go for this, so, let's see, more grinding later, probably. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Claim your reward pieces, why? If I claim my reward pieces, then I can't track how many chests I've opened. So I keep them there so that I can track exactly how many chests I've opened up, so then I can, at the end, I can go, okay, I had to open exactly this many chests. That's how my luck went. That's why I keep it. But anyway, I guess that's going to do us for now. That's our dungeon grinding for today. Painful, slow, long. But at least I didn't have to do it alone. That takes away some of the pain and suffering of having to do it. But I am going to head out for now. I wish you the best of luck yourself if you're still going for any of the dragons. There's not long left. There is catch-up dungeon, but don't rely on it. You're better off doing it today if you're going to do anything. But anywho, the only event that you had no luck is in the light event. Yeah, Soft was a horrible, horrible dragon to try and collect. That entire situation was horrible. But yes, anyway, for now, I appreciate you joining me here on our DML grinding journey. And may we all be blessed with good RNG. At least eventually.